Breathe in. Hold it gently. Now let it go. And as you exhale, notice something powerful. That moment between holding and releasing is where the entire lesson of life is hidden. We live in a world that constantly whispers in our ear, hold tighter. Don't let go. Keep control. Cling to what you love, or you might lose it. But in reality, the paradox of life is this: what you hold too tightly will slip away, and what you allow to flow will always find its way back to you. Today, I want to take you on a journey, not just a teaching, but meditation, into the art of holding without holding on. It's not philosophy. It's not theory. It's the rhythm of rivers, the silence of mountains, the dance of love, and the balance of power. Lesson 8: Release the rope. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself in a tug of war. Your palms are burning, your muscles trembling, your breath heavy. You are pulling with all your might. But the rope is not loosening. The more you fight, the deeper the rope cuts into your skin. Now imagine something wild. You simply let go. The moment your hands release, the burning stops, the trembling ceases, and suddenly, you are free. This is the first truth of life: not everything needs your grip. When you release the rope, you don't lose. You release your own suffering. Pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what rope am I holding right now? A relationship? A dream? An identity? Fear? Remember this: sometimes victory comes not from pulling harder, but from releasing completely. Lesson 2: The river within. Now picture a river. Smooth, wide, flowing endlessly. It doesn't stop for the rocks. It doesn't fight the bends. It doesn't demand the mountain to move. It simply flows, finding its way, wearing down even the hardest stone, carving valleys that last for eternity. This river is not weak. It is powerful because it moves with life, not against it. You are that river. You are not the dam that resists, not the rock that blocks, not the hand that clings. When you align yourself with the current of existence, with timing, with patience, with trust, you become unstoppable. Breathe again. Inhale deeply, feel the water moving inside you. Exhale, and let yourself flow. Lesson 10: The space between. Now imagine your hand again, holding a fistful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, the faster the grains slip out. But when you open your palm, the sand rests there calmly. Life, love, people, they are like sand. The harder you try to control them, the quicker they escape. So what is the solution? Hold with space. Hold with love, not with fear. Hold with trust, not with control. Hold like the open palm, firm enough to care, loose enough to allow freedom. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. Pause. Ask yourself, who or what in my life am I crushing with my grip? And how would it feel if I held it gently, openly, like the sand resting in my palm? Lesson 4: The mirror of relationships. Now let us turn to relationships, the most delicate mirror of this truth. A man who clings will always be left. A woman who suffocates will always be abandoned. Because love is not a prison, it is a garden. You cannot force flowers to bloom by pulling on their petals. You water them. You give them sunlight. You allow space. And then, they bloom when the season is right. So it is with people. When you give them the gift of freedom, they choose you. When you chain them, they run. Love is not found in ownership. Love is found in presence. Take a breath. Inhale gently. Whisper to yourself, I release control. I offer freedom. I allow love to bloom naturally. Lesson 5: The Warrior's Paradox. A true warrior does not grip his sword with desperation. He holds it lightly, with ease, because his strength does not come from clenching, but from mastery. A true master in life knows this: control is not control. Clinging is weakness disguised as strength. And letting go is not giving up, it is stepping into the highest form of power. Think of the greatest martial artists, the wisest kings, the most magnetic leaders. Their presence commands respect, not because they force it, but because they embody it. They live by the paradox: the less you cling, the more you possess. The more you release, the more you attract. Pause. Reflect: where in my life am I gripping out of fear instead of holding with mastery? Bonus lesson: the timing of the universe. Everything unfolds at its own time. The tree does not bloom in winter. The fruit does not ripen when you demand it. And yet, everything ripens. Everything blooms. Everything arrives, not when you want, but when it is meant to. This is the hardest truth for a human heart to accept. But when you do, you find peace. Imagine sitting at the edge of a mountain, watching the sun rise. You cannot force it to rise faster. You cannot demand the light appear. You wait. You trust. And when it arrives in glory. So it is with your dreams, your love, your destiny. Trust the timing. Stop gripping the clock. Because when the moment is right, nothing can stop what is meant for you. The closing meditation. Now, inhale slowly. Hold. Release. Notice the simplicity. Notice how life itself is hidden in this breath. To hold without holding on is not a trick. It is the art of living. It is the secret of strength. It is the language of love. It is the rhythm of the universe itself. When you learn it, nothing controls you, nothing owns you, and nothing can take from you what is truly yours. So ask yourself, as you carry this teaching, what will I release today? What will I allow to flow? And where will I trust the timing of life itself? The art of holding without holding on is the art of freedom.